Hey, so we just arrived in the jungle near to one habitation in Carriacou, and we have a problem because there is some mosquito who give the dengue, and so the mosquito come in the day, so between the sunrise and the sunset, near to the habitation. It's exactly where we are actually.
So this is our new camp. Somewhere in the bush. And this morning we got new friends. Goats.
When I look at where I'm coming from, I know I'm blessed, and I close my eyes and smile. Sometimes I feel like the richest man in Babylon, and I've done my best, so everything's alright inside. Oh, every morning I rise, I stare at the sun. I know it is a blessing. So when the evening comes,
so we try to go on the coral reef, but it's very shallow, and everywhere are seagulls, and we don't have shoes, so we're super afraid.
As far as I can.
Youri tries the first way. Youri is a good way. The option is going up here. Youri did it. Youri, can you hold from the top the tree?
Lift up my eyes to this, I'm blessed, oh man. Sometimes I'm lost and far from home, but I'll find my way. I follow my heart, I know I'll be found someday. While I'm lost, I learn and live. What do you say? Let's have a good time until that day. Oh,
we did it without hurting ourselves. That's surprising.
So now we are playing for which one of Janko or Arthur going with me on the French boat Monday.
Who starts, master of the game? Rock, paper, scissors. Tell us who
Paper,
starts.
scissors for the start.
Okay.
Arthur start. Let me win this. Let me win this. So we go up to the Arthur, one dice. It's the saving turn of Arthur. Arthur, are you going to lose or not?
Not the heavy.
Do you have Spotify and the playlist that one?
Say liar. Yeah.
Or do you have a certain artist?
I always say the
Arthur
truth.
is really good this
I
time.
always say the truth.
Now
Yeah.
there is no more option.
Oh, saving turn of Janko.
Serving turn.
Oh yeah. Good time.
A good one.
Yeah, I do like that. But
Let's say 1-6.
yeah. Classic rock.
Uh-oh.
Like
I say it's true.
It's over. We have one winner. The German. The only way for the German to find the boat. Go with French and then play dice.
oh, yeah, sure.
Now we make a little campfire on the south side of the beach. And I bought a can, but without the opening device, like here. There's the opening device. There it's not. So we just use the machete. Not a problem. Because Youri is pro. Professional. To explain, Youri found a boat to go to Guadeloupe. Youri, yeah, I don't know. Youri's the guy with the sunglasses. And so me and Arthur are still in Carriacou. We have found a catamaran, and with this catamaran and an American couple, we can sail probably Thursday.
Yeah, first day.
Probably Thursday to Martinique, and there are a lot of other hitchhikers we want to meet. In the moment we are still camping here on the beach in the beautiful Caribbean. So, Youri wanted to go, but today he came back. Explain to the camera what we're doing in the moment and what Youri happened to Youri.
So what happened to Youri first maybe is what happens all the time to Youri every time he goes to a boat. So they were supposed to go to Guadeloupe. They started yesterday and they went back today, like yesterday evening, because they almost broke the mast. Like the cable which was on the mast just broke, so the mast was super weak. It was super weak, and they made a hole in the mainsail, and they're not quite sure about the engine now. So they went back. In the end, they are still going in 2 days, so the same moment than us, which is cool. But it was still a lot of emotions all the time. This back and forth of emotions that hitchhikers know.
Stay with us! No! Can open? Ah, no. Oh fuck!
Someone have some lights?
No!
Hello. Wow. There's someone.
The dark.
Let's go! Wow. I'm still working. Okay, so I think it's time to go to Cuba. Everyone, passenger, your seat. Okay, let's go. Co-pilot, it's okay?
I'm ready. Copy that.
Okay, let's go. I turn the engine on.
Wow! This wall is 10 meters high.
Okay, we have a problem. Use the red button.
Wow! Hey, Arthur, it's you! It's you!
Janko, you hear me, Janko?
Yeah, I hear you!
Yeah! Oh!
Brilliant!
Well,
Wow!
there's an emergency, someone is put out of board.
Okay,
Captain Youri! Okay, Arthur, let's go!
Okay, let's go.
In the moment we are living on the boat with the Americans, and they first allowed us to stay outside on the catamaran. There's like a net you can sleep on, and but as soon as the cabin is free we can go in the cabin, and they're really friendly to us, so
Yeah,
you can just
really,
stay
really nice.
on the boat and be there. And I don't know, we try to help them, but there's actually not so much work to do. Today we went with a dinghy. It was super fast because he has a fucking super powerful engine on the dinghy, and yeah, we're gonna go with them. Maybe we're gonna make a stop for a little island, maybe we go directly. They are really not experienced,
Not at all.
just a little bit. They sailed like 1 week in their life, but they have a big boat. Typical American. Yeah. So it's, I don't know, like Grenada is one of the most South Caribbean islands. And if you sail more up, there's St. Vincent, then St. Lucia, and then Martinique.
And in Martinique.
And in Martinique, a lot of hitchhikers we want to meet. They live in a camp, bit like hippie community.
Kind of.
And that's what we want there. We want to go because they're super cool. And Youri goes to Guadeloupe. That's 2 islands more north. He visits there some other hitchhikers, and then he probably takes a ferry to go to Martinique, and there we're gonna live, hopefully like for a month. Would be cool.